going to make is something called Gandlan. We call it Gandlan. I think it's a type of rocket spinach. It's not as soft as normal spinach. It's quite rigid and hard to break down, but it's really, really, really nice to eat. I mean, you're going to love this. It's really, really simple to make. And once you've made it, I've seen people eat it just with the fork by itself. And it's the easiest thing to make. The only thing is the time, once you've prepared everything, how long it takes for it to cook. So I'll pop some oil on there. Now you can use less oil if you want. I use this much oil because I think to myself that it needs to be fried in there to get that really nice taste, the fried taste. And usually I just give my kids smaller portions. So what you do, get the oil. I've grated the garlic. It's up to you how you want to grate it. If you want it bigger or smaller, it doesn't matter. I mean, I sometimes prefer it bigger a bit so that you get a nice crunch when you... But anyway, bismillah. So popped it in. I'm going to mix it around for a bit. I don't want it to burn. I just want it to release its aromas. So once it releases aromas, I'm just going to add the spices in. And you will see exactly how easy this is. Okay, so I've mixed it around for a minute now and I can start smelling the aroma that the garlic's bringing. And I'm putting in, I've put in half a tablespoon of basal, and I've put in half a tablespoon of paprika. I've lowered the gas down. I've put in a level tablespoon of salt and a level tablespoon of chili. Usually I just chuck the chilies in, but today I'm making it with everyone in mind. If I find that the chili is quite less, I'll probably put a bit more in. But it's up to you how much chilies you put in. Pop that in, bismillah. And just mix it around. Cook it for a bit. Just for about a minute. Until again I can smell the spices. And that's it. Look, I can start seeing it sizzling. I don't want the spices to burn. So bismillah, I'm just going to add it in. And this was six bunches. And watch it evaporate. I don't know why I said evaporate. What it does is just shrinks. So it looks a lot now. Right? I'm going to pop a little bit of water in it. Just a small amount. This takes a long time to cook. That's probably the thing that takes the longest. I'm going to leave it on, I can feel it heating. I'm going to leave it on low heat, let it shrink a bit. I'm going to give it about 10 to 15 minutes, come back and then check it. And that's how easy it is. Okay, so it's been 10 minutes. I know the bottom has probably shrunk already. Just going to toss it up after 10 minutes. If you want this to be done quicker, pressure cooker is the best. If you haven't got a pressure cooker, you can cover this with a carrier bag, which I love doing sometimes when I'm in a rush. And the carrier bag does, like, I think, shorten the time it takes for it to cook by a third, I think. So I'm just mixing in. Look, you can see it's already shrinking. But now that I know it's all inside the oil, that's the reason I've just mixed this. So now it's just going to fry in its oil. And this is quite tough. So this will take at least half an hour to an hour. But I don't need to worry about it. It's on low heat. I'll put it on a high heat afterwards when it starts cooking. I'm probably mixing it around so that the mixture is all the way around. And it's marinating the whole of the spinach. Okay, so now I'm going to leave that. See the water there? I want that to dry up as well. I'm just going to cover it and leave it. Okay, so it's been half an hour. This water will dry up, so at the end I will put it on a higher heat. I'm just trying to let it soften up. As you can see, it's soaked up, but it's still not completely there, and this has been half an hour. So I'm just going to cover it again and leave it there. Okay, so it's been an hour now. And still need some more time, I think. I'm going to put it on higher heat now to dry up the water. Okay, so now it's been another 10 minutes and you can see the juices have run dry. Here, some people would just leave it and then that's cooked. But I like it to be cooked further. Oh, it just tastes so nice when it's a bit more fried. So I'm going to cook it. It's on a medium to high, well, medium to lowish heat. And I'm going to cook it in this oil while stirring here and there because I don't want it to stick to the pan for about 5 to 10 minutes. If you don't want to do that, you can take it off now. It will taste delicious. So I'm going to leave it another 5 minutes and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so I've been mixing this around for about 4 or 5 minutes and that's done now. Honestly, you must taste it. So taste it. That was quite chilly for me. It's good enough chili for me. So you can reduce the chili if you don't like too much chilies. But that tastes delicious. The salt is perfect. Everything's perfect. But as you can see, I had 6 of those bunches. Look what's come left. That's where you have to be careful. If you put in less spice, later on you can check and add more. But if you put too much in and it really just shrinks down to this, you could end up having something really chilly. So do make sure that even if you have the amount you've got, put a little bit in, cook it, and see. Like put the basar in, cook that, because that needs to be cooked. But with the red chili flakes, you can add them in later as well. And that's done. I'll show you. Turn it off, cover it, and then just let the ghee come out, and I'll show you what it looks like. But honestly, that's delicious. You can have it with a fork, you can have it with chapatis, you can have it with bread. Alhamdulillah.